Hi friends, it is a pleasure to talk to you regarding an important matter concerning the life and livelihoods of the farmers of our country. You all know today is the 16th day of our farmers' struggle for retaining the right of production and obtaining a justifiable remunerative price for their produce. This is the underlying principle of their struggle. They are not struggling to get anything more from the government like subsidy, no, nothing. They wanted only one thing, and that should be put into letter and spirit in legal terms as an act. Make MSP a law, which the government not ready to accept at all till to date. Today there may be one other discussion, a talk between them, between the farmers and the governments. But what is going to come forward from the talks, nobody knows, because they are inviting farmers to talks, but not conceding even an inch to their demand. Their demand, everybody knew that they wanted repeal of all the three laws, farm laws, and make MSP a law. This, they are not ready to accept at all. They are not conceding anything to farmers, but to say they are ready to give an assurance. Agriculture Minister, the Union Agriculture Minister, Narendra Singh Tomar, says he assures that the MSP will continue. Then he says the Agriculture Produce Marketing Committee will also continue. But he is not ready to include that in the laws that he has passed. The MSP becoming a law is the important thing for the farmers of this country. Simply because, take the case of the last government announcement of MSPs for Kharif season, Kharif marketing season, for over 15 products from wheat, rice, jowar, ragi, bajra to cotton, nigar seed, soybean, sunflower seed, groundnut, urad dal, moong dal, arhar or tur dal, maize. They have fixed a minimum support price. This price, the government says, giving the farmers 1.5 times of the all India weighted average cost of production. Let us take it in simple terms as cost of production. The cost of production, see if it is 100 rupees, then the MSP should be a minimum of 150. So that the producer, that is the farmer, getting 50% of the cost that he has incurred for growing those crops. And the government says for it is given, it is telling that it is given more than the farmers asked for, more than 1.5%. That is, by bajra, the farmers are going to get 83% more than the cost of production. For urat dal, uluthambarpu, 64% than the cost of production. For tur dal, 58%. For maize, 53%. And the rest of crops, at least 50%. What the farmers wanted? This to be legal. Which means, if these MSPs, minimum support prices, are by an act made statutory, then no market, whether it is private market, is agri-produce marketing committee of the states or anything, can purchase lesser than the price of MSP declared. Now you know why this government is not adhering or not ready to concede this demand. Because then the MSP became the framework law, the price, the benchmark for the agri market for procurement. No middleman can come and play with it, or no corporate can come and reduce the price. No cartel can make amongst themselves and to pull down the price. Nothing can be done because MSP becomes legal basic price for any product that the government declares now and then. If the government is concerned about the farmers and their life and the food security of this country, what is there for it to concede to the just demand of the farmers to make MSP a law? Please go through, think it over. What is there for the government to say they are ready to assure MSP but not making it a law? If you want that assurance to be followed by each and every market in this country, then make it a law. What is there? Farmers of this country cannot make up a cartel and say, we will sell this produce only at this price. They cannot say. Because they are the receiving and having produced the agri products, they cannot retain it in their home. Neither there are any facilities. Facilities are not there with even FCI, Food Corporation of India. Where the farmers will go? So they have to sell it. And that brings them under the pressure of the market. The market, the middleman or anybody who procures, plays havoc with their produce. That is what we must have to consider and force the government to accept this MSP demand of the farmers to make it as law. Pradhamar Narendra Damodar Das Modi is telling, dialogue must go on. PM quotes Guru Nanak at a new parliamentary function. Speaking and listening, soul of democracy. Is the soul of democracy. Speaking and listening is the soul of democracy. But why you have not discussed with the farmers before enacting these bills? Otherwise, one of your cabinet minister wouldn't have gone out of your alliance, gone out of the ministry. This is what, Mr. Modi, you should not have double talks. Today, I heard that the government had accepted in giving a written proposal to the farmers' umbrella organization that it is the mistake that they have not consulted the farmers before enacting these bills, enacting these laws. At least I appreciate the government has come forward accepting their mistake. That I used to say that accepting a mistake, our mistake, is the first forward towards finding a solution. But then, if you don't listen to their just demands, how there could be a solution? You are not prepared to accept a one particular demand that will help the farmers. What you are telling about the farming laws? Farmers' laws are there. They have enacted these farmer laws for the farmers. The farmers produce trade and commerce, promotion and facilitation. What is promotion and facilitation? For farmers produce trade and commerce. Farmer produce trade and commerce means it is for trading. The farmers' leaders are rightly calling this is the laws for trade, not for farmers. You are telling Promotion and Facilitation Act. That means you are going to help only the traders. For trade and commerce. Commerce means export. The next law you are telling it is for farmers empowerment and protection agreement on price assurance and farm services. If you are really keen on empowerment and protection and agreement on price assurance means you must stand first to the corporates on assuring the farmers what the price fixed they will get. If you are not assuring, then to whom you are assuring to? If you are not going to assure the farmers who produce, that is the fundamental for food production and for trade and for commerce, then you must make the producers get the required benefit, the valued benefit. That is the MSP. MSP is not maximum price. MSP is the minimum price. Normally, the economists who are talking on the newspapers, writing articles on newspaper, they say that in a market economy, the market forces determine the price according to supply and demand. That determines the price. The meaning is, when there is a demand, the supply will get the price more than it deserves. For example, if the government fixes an MSP for any product, if that product has got considerable demand, then naturally, according to the supply demand concept of market economy, the farmers should get more price. But this has never happened in India. But India is a market economy, and the demand is rising every other year as our population is increasing. As the population increases, the consumption increases. When the consumption increases, demand should increase. That is the reason the price of all agrarian commodities that we purchase for our everyday livelihood, the prices of commodities are increasing every month and every day. But that benefit does not goes to the farmers. He is suffering at the hands of the traders and the middleman during the procurement of crops less than the minimum support price. So if the government wanted the farmers to benefit as it wanted the traders and the commercial companies, corporates to benefit, then make this a framework law. If you are not going to do that, you are not going to solve the problem. But what is the hindrance for the government to make this as a law? Let us go into the territory where the government does not speak. That territory is nothing but huge profits. Huge profits. Now, let us just think, our food and grocery market in India transact a value of gross mercantile value of $600 billion. In terms of rupees, it comes to 43 lakh crores in a year. It is in another 2 years, it is set to grow to 790 billion. Imagine the size of the food and grocery market. This is 70% of the market of selling in India. Any product for that matter. Such a huge market our agriculture produce has in the internal market itself, leave alone the export front, where India's rice and other products are exported to the tune of 53,000 crores in the first 6 months of this corona affected lockdown period, which is more than 43% than what has been exported last year for the same period, April to September. When such a demand is there for our agrarian produce in the external market as well as the internal market, what is there for the government to coming forward to make this as a law? Because if it leaves by announcing the MSP alone, then the farmers are at the behest of the traders and other commercial organizations. They will come together and they will fix the price, and farmers have to have no other way but to sell their produce and go away with whatever they get. This is what is happening. That's the reason so much of suicides in our country. Farmers are suicides. Make this as a law. Then you need not have to enact these laws at all. That is the secret. If they make MSP as an act, then this is the standard price wherever you go and procure. Accordingly, you have your profit at every other end, from procurement, then distribution, then selling it in retail. You will have your own margin, and the people of India are going to purchase. What is there for the government? But the government wanted these traders and the commercial companies to earn huge profits. They wanted to help their trade, their business, then satisfying the demand, the barest minimum demand of the farmer. That's the reason they are negotiating, pulling on, keeping the farmers struggling in cold conditions, unbearable condition in Delhi. This is the peak of cold season where the temperatures go below 0 degrees at times. But the government is not bothered about it. But our farmers are clear in their perception, and they wanted this to be legal. We must support our farmers. There are people in this country who are intellectuals, who are economists. They say a lot of things. You see, this is the center page article by Arvind Panagaria, who was our Prime Minister Narendra Modi's economic advisor for around 2 years. He left for Columbia University because he said his leave was over. And then one other write-up here you can see that carry on the reforms. They are not regarding the farmers or their life or their future as an important aspect of this country's life. He is telling by accepting the MSP, what the farmers will do, they will keep on producing and they will bring it to the market. And the government left with no alternative but to buy everything, that incurring an enormous cost to the exchequer. Arvind Panagaria says, how the farmers can produce more than what he could, if that is to be the case. Why government is encouraging farm production every year with a target, 295 million metric tons, 26 million metric tons of pulses. For each and every product, the government is fixing a particular target and the farmers are achieving it. So, the targets are achieved because there is a demand. But this economist is telling they will overproduce. That has never happened because there is so much of quantum of rice and wheat stored in FCI godowns. That is where government could be able to feed its population for the past 6 months when there was lockdown due to corona. It has supported the public distribution system of the states. We could be able to do it. It is because we bought and procured and kept it in FCI godowns. So for a country of India's size, with over 30% of the population reeling under abject poverty, under below poverty line, we need to feed them because our economic policies and pursuits are not making them to eat 3 times a day. In such a scenario, you need to encourage farm production and procure as much quantity as possible to feed the population which lives below poverty line. 30% of the population means we have around 50 crores of population living under the below poverty line. And just above poverty line is also, the life is not as though comfortable. It is not so. But these people are telling, take on reforms. Don't take back the loss. What is the reform? It is not going to help the producer. Can you carry forward a reform that can alone help the buyers of industrial production, not helping the industry? Then why you are not applying the same scale to the farmers? If you are not going to support the producer, what is the meaning of a reform means? Helping only the corporates? Helping only the companies? Helping only the traders? Helping only the export companies? How long that can go on? How you could sustain such an economy for a long time if you are not going to do justice to your farmers? So please, I am talking in English. It is basically because there are so many comments are there in the English dailies and English media that despise the farmers' struggle without considering the minute aspects of their demand. If we are not going to understand the toiling farmers' needs, then what is the point of being a knowledgeable society? We must understand our farmers' problem, the pressure the market exerts on them when they come with their produce, and why they are subjected to such a stress in the markets. We should relieve them. The government should come forward, make its MSP as a law and end the farmers' struggle. You encourage business, that is your agenda. That's your agenda. But this country's agenda is to save the farmers so that its food protection is saved. Let's see again. Thank you.